Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
And hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Welcome to Thomas More. This is your first year in the International Communication and Media program. You contacted me because you had a few questions about electives in your ISP. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm a little lost with all the information that's available and how to get to the Loket and sign up for all my courses. So I was hoping you could help me with that.
Absolutely. It'd be my pleasure. Yes, it is a lot of information. So why don't we start right from the beginning? So step one is just in Google, search for KU and then Loket, Lokets. And it should be the first, there it is, the first one. And in your login, you want to use the number that you use for your email, not your name.
Oh,
That's
the R number, the student
Yes,
number.
exactly. And then your password. Perfect. Okay, and the next step is go to your individual study program, your ISP. You'll hear those initials a lot, so that will be important to remember. And then choose the program that you're enrolled in for this year,
Mm-hmm.
the current academic year. Click on that, and that will take you to the ISP that you will register for the upcoming academic year. Now, there are a few things. There's a lot of information on the ISP. So I will just take a moment to break down each part and then show you how to read that and help inform you to make your choices for your electives. Okay, so at the top, you can see it says individual study program. Um, then there's 4 steps. This is initial, temporarily saved, submitted, and approved. For the upcoming academic year, your ISP will read as initial,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go through the steps for you to get approval. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you see in the first section, there's a single purple square and compulsory courses, and everything below that are the required courses. And you'll see on the left under strategy and planning, that's your first section or your packet, your group of courses. And you can see the required courses are already checked for you. So you don't need to register for any of your required courses. But you can see here that each of those that are checked in the column to the right have a one with a filled in circle. And that means phase one, and the filled in circle means it's a required course. When you go down to the elective section, you'll see that that's just a circle, it's not filled in. And then the half moon next to it indicates which semester the course will happen. The half moon that faces left means first semester, and the half moon that faces to the right is the second semester. Courses that we'll focus on today are the electives. And so go ahead and scroll down a little bit until you get through the 2 purple blocks to the next single purple block. And
Oh,
that
here.
should be electives. Yep, perfect. Electives. And so here in the ICM program, languages are a required course, but the great thing is you can choose which language you take. Within the program, we offer Spanish, French, and Dutch for non-native speakers. But you also, if you scroll down just a little bit more, there, yep, you also have the option to take a course outside of Thomas More, in a language course outside of Thomas More, and then you can get credit for that course within our program. So say you're interested in an internship in Korea eventually in your 3rd year. You might want to study Korean. And so you can find a program that offers that, and you just have to get approval from the department, from the advisors. And once you have that, we can give you more information, more details if that's what you'd like to do. And once you've chosen your language, you need to take 3 semesters of that language. So it's a really good idea to get started right away and in your first year, take 2 semesters, one in the first semester, one in the second semester of your language. And then you can take the third one in the second phase. In addition to the language, the group of electives, there is also a second group of electives. And in your first year, in phase 1, you choose one one of those additional electives. And that option, indeed, yep, you just scroll down to exactly what we want to look at. These are the choices that are available to you. We have international profiling, personal profiling, and if you can scroll down a little bit more, I can show you the third group is the free study space, and I'll come back to that in a moment. So these courses you can read are available to you that are available in phase 1. Again, we just talked about the group, the circle, the one with the circle around it. Those are the courses that are available to you. And then you can look on the half moon on the left for semester 1 and the half moon on the right for semester 2. And each of those you can see are hyperlinked, and that will take you to the ECTS that has more of a description. If you want to do a sample, that's great. We can take a look at one, or you can do it on your own.
Let's look at public speaking.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's a great choice. And then you can see the different description, what the goals are, any previous knowledge. That's another tab that you can click on, and you can find out what's involved in the course. So here, so the requirements that you take the course, you have at least a level B2 knowledge of English. And then there's our part of public speaking is part of that program. Yeah. Do you have any questions so far?
Oh, so this is all the things we're going to do in the public speaking course.
Yeah. It's a great course. It's been developed over several years, and John has really put together a great intense package. So you'll learn a lot.
Oh, and here's also the evaluation, so we can
Yep.
already look at it before the course even starts.
That's exactly right. You can see how you will be graded in the course. And in this class, it's on a portfolio, and then your permanent evaluation or your participation in the assignments in the course during the course period.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So this the ECTS has lots of information. And again, there's the legend on the left that shows you can see the required in that phase and optional in the phase up at the top left. Yeah. So if you forget on the ISP what those mean, you can always refer back to that ECTS legend. Let's go back to that third option that I mentioned earlier. So in addition to the two sections, the two international and personal profiling, there's a free study space. And free study space means that these are courses offered at Thomas More, but outside the department. So you can click on that link there, and that will take you to the offerings that are available to you this year. The really important thing you need to know is that these courses might conflict with your program schedule. So if you take courses within the department, you won't have any overlap. But because these are outside the department, you might run into problems. So that's the first step you need to check and make sure that that the time will work with your schedule. And if not, you might have to wait and take that course in another semester. Occasionally, some of these courses offered also require an instructor approval, but it will say that on these when you follow the links and read more. So you'll have that information. And if you have any questions about that, you can always contact the program advisor, Lieven van Hoel. As I mentioned earlier, we created a Sharepoint page to consolidate all of the possible information that you might need regarding electives and also registration for your ISP. And hopefully you can find the Sharepoint page for the student ICM program. And from there, you will find all of the descriptions, all of the available electives, links to KU Loket, links to the course offering, and of course, the contact emails for the student advisor, Lieven, and my email as well. And I think there's maybe one other thing. I don't know if you have taken other university courses, if you think you might have some exemptions.
Oh, yeah, right. How do I get those actually?
Easiest way to do that, the simplest way, because it can be a bit of a complicated process to know which courses you could receive exemptions for. The best way is to just email Lieven van Hoel. The other thing, so once you've gone through, so you can see the compulsory courses, the required courses are already checked. So all you need to do is pick your language, and then pick one other elective course. And once you've done that, then you want to click Save. And if you think you're ready to submit, then you can also just go ahead and click Submit. And then that will go on to Liva for the final approval. If you want to tentatively save and have it show up in your agenda, you can just click Save and leave and come back. But it's definitely make sure you're saving, and when you're finally ready, you want to make sure you come back and hit that submit button, because otherwise it won't go anywhere. The really, really important thing that you need to remember is that this year, the deadline to submit for ISP approval is September 29th. So
Okay.
that's the introduction to ISP. Well, if anything comes up in the meantime, you can always contact me for questions about the electives and the different options. I'm happy to discuss all of those with you. And general student advising questions can also go back to Levin.
Okay, that's great. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
My pleasure. All right. Have a great day, and I'll maybe see you soon on campus.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.